All right, this week we are preparing for next week's personal project 2. I love this class, I really do. Y'all are crushing it, really, really crushing it. You know, I know that not everybody goes back and watches each other's videos. I know that. How do I know that? Well, to let you in on a little inside baseball or inside scoop on D2L, your instructors can see everything you do, everything you click on, everything that you don't click on. That's not a ha ha ha, I gotcha. Not at all. The reality is most of you all don't watch each other's presentations. And I think that's unfortunate because y'all did such a good job. Like as a class, as a whole, holy smokes, this is a good class. We're doing okay. And I'm not just saying that. I don't say that to just all of the classes. That's for real, for real. Y'all did a great job. I'm proud of you. We're going to do another project, your personal project. And so for this lecture, I want to share a little bit about the project. It's going to be very brief because it's almost identical. And then I got some questions for you. This project's another personal project. We've talked about the road before. All of us are going to travel down the road, point A to point B, from now till the presentation. You got to get there. You got to do work. But you can drive anywhere in this road you want. You can steer towards stories, you can steer towards data. Nobody likes data, nobody wants numbers, but some people use numbers a little bit to create a story. One of y'all emailed me last night or this morning just to say, hey, this is a lot of fun and I want to level up and I want to do better and I want to go in my own direction and practice some things that I want to work on. The project is going to be almost identical. It's going to be a little shorter. Six to 8 minutes. 6 to 8 minutes. Last time was 8 to 12, I think. 8 to 12. That may sound easier. It's not. I think most of y'all know this. Y'all are really good communicators as a whole. You know that a 6-minute presentation is harder than a 12-minute presentation. 12 minutes, man, you got all the time in the world. You can tell stories. You can try different things. You can get a little sidetracked and then bring it back. 6 minutes, you better be dialed in. You better be dialed in. A minute for your opening, your preview, and a minute for your ending. And then in the middle, I don't know, 4 minutes, 4 points, each a minute. You better be rolling on that. That's a challenge. And I think it's fun. I think it really is fun to do shorter projects. So 6 to 8 minutes, and just talk to us. It's going to be the identical rubric that we used last time. So no difference on your actual grading. Remember, our goal is to talk conversationally. Our goal is to use the medium of video and audio to get to an audience and reach out to an audience. For this project, one, what is your topic? I think the topics were pretty good overall as a class. It's hard to lump everybody into one and make a comment based on everybody at once, but I'm going to say as a whole, pretty good. I would like to see all of us dial in to be a little more interesting, find something, because there was some topics last time, or at least some points within your topics that were like, duh, everybody knows that. So let's try to find something that not everybody knows. Isn't that a challenge? That's a little bit of a challenge. I don't know what everybody knows, but I can take a stab at it, take a guess at it. So question 1, what's your topic? 2, why are you credible? All of us need to do a little better at sharing our credibility. Hey, here's something I want to share with you. Here's why. And also here's why I'm credible on. I've been working on this. I care about this subject enough to bring you something, and I'm motivated in this one area. I got a lot of motivation, and I think it's interesting, and I want to share with you all a little bit about that, and I'm a good source for that. And here's why. What's your topic? What's your credibility? Any guesses what 3 and 4 are? Any guesses? Yeah, your sources. Now, we've talked this semester about move beyond, and this is leveling all of you all up. Move beyond looking at sources as an organization. My source is the CDC. The CDC, the Center for Disease, Communicatives, I don't know, the CDC down in Atlanta. That's an organization with thousands of employees, and to say that's my source, that's called personification. A building can't do anything. My source is the New York Times. Is it? Because that's a newspaper. Now it's an online newspaper. That's not a source. Sources are people who go out and work and research and pack together some data or some research, and they present it and they publish it within a medium. That medium might be the CDC or the New York Times or Time Magazine or any random website, but it's not the website. Does that make sense? That's a generalization. Doesn't always work. Your source could be Wikipedia, but you need to get more specific. You can't just say it's Wikipedia. That's a big, big website. Today I want to talk to you about the migration patterns of honeybees. My source is Wikipedia. Could we dial that in a little bit better? Hey, I found some really interesting things. I went over to Wikipedia and they have an article on American honeybees, and here's 3 things that I found about that. So I've dialed it in a little bit. For most of you all, especially with business topics, you're going to be quoting and pulling in resources from people. That's a big distinction. Lower level college students, they'll just say, hey, my source was the LA Times. A big boy or a big girl, if you let me use those phrases, a big boy way of saying that for me would be to say, there's a researcher who specializes in honeybees. His name is Ralph McGillicuddy, and he produced a work in the San Diego Tribune, and I want to share a little bit about that with you. This work is from last year, 2023. So you've dialed in the year, the publication, that's the medium, but now it's a person that has brought data. So the question for 3 and 4 is, what are your 2 sources? I don't want links. No links. I don't want to see a link. I don't want a random URL. Don't copy and paste in anything. Think in terms of people and a work that they have produced. You're quoting people, not random websites. That makes sense? So 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. And then I want you to discuss with 5 other people. Maybe focus in a little bit about those topics. That'd be a good thing for y'all to discuss a little bit about, but find something to discuss. Hey, I like this, I like that. You might want to consider this. Hey, terrible source. You may want to fix that. Find something to discuss about. It's very healthy for you all to cross-pollinate and see the direction that other students are headed. 4 questions, 5 responses. Can't wait to see what y'all come up with.